Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and I'm in another swap over at the Viva Las Vegas Stamps Groupies Facebook group. We're doing ATCs this round, and the theme of the swap is art, and I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what stamps I wanted to use. So that's what you see. This is Vinci meets Worhol meets Pollack. And the paper that I used is the Strathmore mixed media paper. This is the 400 series. It's 140 pound. I cut two sheets that are 2.5 by 3.5, which is ATC size. And then I stamped the images, which is the Mona Cow, item number 6880 off of plate 632. And the Mona Frog, which is item number 6878. Plate 632 as well. And I stamped them with black VersaFine ink pad, close to the center as I possibly could. And then I did a test piece from one of the offcuts from cutting the paper to ATC size, and this one I used 8/10 just to see if my idea will work, and it did, so I went with it. And I didn't use ink tents for these. I used my Neo Color 2s because I have more colors in the Neo Color 2s than the ink tents, because the ink tents I got a set of 12 that I got on clearance at Michael's about 3 or 4 years ago. So more variety right there. And then I tried to do the border around the image with the Neo Color 2s. But I was getting crayon marks, and I didn't like that because you can see it. Not so much with the yellow, but with the other colors that I used. So instead of, I still used the Neo Color 2s for the outside of the picture, but I went back after it dried with my Koi watercolors and did that. Used these colors. I think I used this color for that one, and I used the yellow for her, and the blue, and then the purple for those with a brush. And then I let that dry, and then I got my Pollack on. I used my silks, and this one is the sky blue, and this one is the jasmine. And I had to water these down a little bit because they got a little thick from not using. I'm letting them sit, so use it or lose it. So I took a splatter brush, well, not a splatter brush, but brush that I use for splattering, and first I used the purple, heat set that to dry, and then I did the blue, and then set that to dry, and then I decided to use black craft paint just a little bit and some water, and used a toothbrush to do the splatters for that, and then let that dry. And then I needed a frame because it's a piece of art, so I took my Pilot multi-liner pen and I doodled a border, and then I took more black craft paint and I painted around the frame. And then after that dried, I took my Jelly Roll, that's not the white, this one's the white. I took the Jelly Roll white paint pen and did some doodles around that frame. This one has X's, this one has dots, dashes, and then I did squiggles. And then I just glued the backs of the ATCs with a piece of scrapbook paper, because two of them I stamped with the image and it wasn't a good crisp image, so I did the other side, not wanting to waste the paper. So I had to cover that up. That's why there's scrapbook paper on them, and wrote my information on there. So I'll link to the Viva Las Vegas Stamps website, and I'll post the item numbers of the stamps that I used, and also the link to my blog, because I will have close-up pictures of these as well. So that's it for now, and thanks for watching.